fine.
Let's talk about one of the most dynamic, explosive shots in the game of tennis. Carlos Alcaraz, the Spanish magician, and his nuclear forehand. A lot of common threads between all the top players. If you watch how he takes the racket back, the shoulders initiate the take back, but look at the non-dominant hand. The non-dominant hand is on the throat of the racket, and the hand is pointing back to the fence. That's a great corrective technique, especially for young players, just to get the upper body farther than the lower body, so it creates more of a separation angle, it creates more of a twist, and you're going to create more of a torque coming back the other way. Alcaraz does it a little different, as he almost holds on to the racket with the non-dominant hand until the ball bounces. That's a great corrective technique, just so you can stay into the shot longer. Now, as we all know, the power starts from the ground up. Everybody looks upstairs, but the key to any great ground stroke, especially the Alcaraz explosive forehand, everything starts from the ground up. That's the kinetic chain. It comes from the ground up. You push on the ground. It pushes back. It goes up through your body, okay? And then it eventually goes to your arm. But the key with Alcaraz, everything's on the hitting side of the body. The racket goes to the outside. What I mean by the outside, that's the hitting side of the body. It doesn't go the other way where he would make a semicircular swing like you see a lot of WTA players. After the shoulder turn, the racket head is a little higher than some players, but look at the hand. The right hand is taken back along the pelvis. Now, when he goes to hit the ball, this is what everybody sees. He actually ends up hitting a straight arm most of the time. It depends on the situation. If he's hitting a short roller or an angle, he might have the arm bent a little bit more. But in general, when he comes out of the position and the racket goes to 530, all right, the strings are down, he pulls on the butt cap, the racket flips down and back into the slot. But what he does a little different, the arm becomes straight. When you can hit a straight arm forehand, when the arm becomes straight, you actually get a little more power from the shoulder, okay, from a science point of view. But this is tricky. That's a little tougher to control, especially as a junior. But he has another layer of nuclear power by making the arm go straight. Another staple of the Alcaraz forehand, kind of like you see in Federer, center of gravity amazing. His head is still when he's hitting the ball. So that means he's really getting liquid power. There's no tension in the back or the scapula area. Okay, he's getting easy liquid power. A great corrective technique I do with a lot of juniors to keep the head still. I have them look through the back of the string. Now, the follow through, as you've heard me say many times, not a wrong way or a right way or a better way. Okay, the follow through is all situational. Depending on the height of the ball, the speed of the ball, where you're at on the court, the follow through could vary. So don't get too hung up on the follow through as long as there's an extension. Look at that extension. He goes all the way out to the target. Then he turns the doorknob. The end of a stroke is like turning a doorknob. Biomechanically, it engages the forearm and the shoulder. Full extension, bang. And notice there's a cause and an effect. The right foot comes around a lot of time, but you got to be careful with this also. It's all situational. The energy would bring you around. You got to make sure you don't force it. But Alcaraz, the unit turn, the racket to the outside, the strings are down, the pull, look how the racket flips, full extension to the target, bang. The Carlos Alcaraz forehand, very dynamic. There's the dropper. Very dynamic. He can roll it, he can dip it, he can flip it, and most of all, the Spanish musician can rip it.